The Bond. The Path of Destiny. Written by Tom Halvorson. Narrated by Anna, part of the ElevenLabs audiobook AI Studios. Cover art by Douglas Shuler, copyrighted 2009. The Bond novel series, copyrighted 2007. Book 1, A Love Beyond Mortality. Prologue. What holds the universe together? What is it that binds us, keeps us from floating in all directions, and pushes us in the ways that form our lives and the lives of others? Is it gravity? It sure seems to have a strong grip on everything, pushing and pulling the stars, giving shape to all that encompasses the universal structure. No, for there are places in existence that even gravity cannot touch. The cold and lifeless voids that repel such forces away from their malicious existence, or lack thereof. Is it energy, the hot white light that emerges from the sun, spreading to all it touches? The molten fire that stews within the bowels of a planet, erupting to cover all that lay in its path? The spark that initiated life, propelling the forces of nature beyond the physical planes? No, for there are colder, darker places that even energy dare not go. But even then, energy without intent is just another occurrence in the phenomenon that is life. Yet there is one thing that can find its way through the universe and beyond. It is a form of energy that can access even the coldest of hearts and rekindle the smouldering flame. It is a bond that can bind the universe, shaping it to whatever it desires. It is a light that when revealed can illuminate the darkest pits of hell, or cast an even brighter tinge to the morning skies of heaven. It is the purest aspect of life that surrounds us all. Love. Love is the force that fills every being, graces all who embrace it, and keeps those who loathe it at bay. Love is a power that no one single breath of existence can deny, for that is the basis on which it was formed. For the one true Creator, who has blessed all with life, has also given each of us the ability to wield the power of love to their willful discretion. Some give it to others unconditionally, spreading their benevolence far and wide. Others chose to keep their love, for they feel no other could give as much. There are also the ones who take all that they can and still refuse to give. Though I'm not sure if it is love that they use, it is so hard to tell. However, one ideal remains. Everyone has the power of the Creator inside of them, but its true purpose can only be witnessed once in a star's lifetime. When love's true form is called upon, solidifying existence as we know it. There are few among us now who have been around long enough to remember the first time they saw the essence of love's extraordinary power. Never in all of my existence have I witnessed such an event as I am about to tell you. It happens every so often when the love of two individuals unite at a critical point in time, when the forces of good and evil battle for the right to possess that which has been created. As of now, this earth has never seen true darkness, for the Creator has taken it upon himself to shelter them from the taint of pure evil. But, alas, some things can never remain untouched by hell's forces forever. They have made their way into the hearts of men, twisting and corrupting all they have accomplished. Yet one shall stand out to the call of destiny, to carry out the tasks set before them. The chosen one will form the bond of love, smite evil from the heart, and drive the demons back to the abysmal depths of their lair. I will choose the one who will be my hero, my champion in the face of all that opposes the light. Of all the beings in existence, it is he who will stand out among the rest. His soul is of a noble breed that has all but lost its way in the modern age of mortals. He has the ability to command so much, yet is never demanding, never insistent to that which he does not need. His inner strength glistens with the desire to do well in all that he sets forth, He shows amazing courage in the challenge of his obstacles and is fearless in the face of his adversaries. His aura stands out among all others, bringing out his energy to sparkle like a diamond in the blazing sun. His life is led by a wisdom far above his mortal age, leading anyone to believe that he was meant to carry out the Creator's bidding, to serve and protect all of creation according to his will. Now, the time has come for him to fulfill his purpose and to take his place among the others that have come before him. When the layers of existence are brought into one, when the lives of all are touched by the grace of the Creator, when darkness attempts to thwart all that we have worked so hard to maintain, so begins the critical point in the essence of time and space, when his strength will be tested like no others before. So begins the quest for love. So begins the merger. To go down with the sun. No one who claims to bear sanity ever dreams of what hell is like, but to Devin, this just could not be any other place. It had to be a dream, yet what is a dream, truly? The sky was a dreary shade of red death. The bare illumination was just enough to see the horrid surrealness before him. The barren, rocky terrain was strewn with the mud of ungodliness, laced with a touch of humanity in the remains that were exposed. Bones, both recognizable and unfamiliar to him, were captured forever within the clots of land. The vile stench was one of sulphur and suffering. Nothing short of evil could call a place such as this home, to dwell in the madness that is chaos. But there was light? Not the dull, empathetic visage that cowered one's vision, but a touch of radiance from high above. Turning his eyes to the sky, Devin stared at what was the only saving grace in a land begotten with misery. Far above into the desolate sky, an aperture of blue was swirling in place. Hundreds of dots littered the space around the circle of rapture. At first, they appeared as mere insects buzzing in the sky. Devin looked on in horror, his eyes growing wide in fearful acknowledgement. There were forms in white, clashing against those glazed in red. Flashes of red lightning exposed the scene for what it truly was, a battle between good and evil. The white forms flitted, the rhythm of their feathered wings propelling them toward their foes. The dark-hued figures lashed about, their large, leathery black wings as wildly untamed as their erratic movement. It was a contradiction in motion. Devin succumbed to the fear of the moment when a white figure suddenly plummeted from the sky. It landed off in the distance, the sickening thud hitting him in the chest. The vibration shook his insides, sending the message of peril throughout his body. "Run," it told him. "Run as fast as you can." With a swiftness pulled back from his athletic days in college, Devin sprinted ahead. The disgusting taste of the air did little to persuade him otherwise. He had to run. His arms began pumping from side to side, legs striding over the difficult terrain. Each step became more of an obstacle as the jagged terrain began to fold in on his path. The ground wanted to get him. To each of his sides, appendages rose out of the muck, reaching up to grab him, to bring him back toward the ground. Each spindled arm bent over with sharp, pointed claws swiping down upon his body. Pulling his frame closer to the ground, Devin skirted as many as he could. Some still found their mark. Pain followed each line that formed upon his skin. He did not need to look for blood. The trickle down his arms made him fully aware of his wounds. The ground became thicker. Rock gave way to a softer soil, which led to mud. Deep mud. Devin's leg plunged into the filth, sinking up to his knee. His insides sunk into themselves the moment he stepped in. Hopelessness gave way to the impending worthlessness his mind was succumbing to. He could not escape now. This was going to be the end of his existence. Many of the needle-clawed hands grabbed at him, pulling him into the filth-ridden muck. Devon tried to resist, but he knew it was futile. He knew he was going to die. Just up ahead, beyond the stream of writhing limbs, a figure, clad in a dark robe, stood and watched the events unfolding high in the air. Her head was poised in a way that Devon could barely make out her features. My God, what is she doing here? Mother, he breathed. As if sailing on the wind and tickling her ears, the word reached out to the woman as she looked down upon the man. Her eyes beamed to him, not recognizing the one who had called to her. Devon shuddered. This can't be happening, the sentiment echoing within his core. No! What is my mother doing in hell? With a sudden, inhuman surge, Devon reached out to her, momentarily breaking away from the nimble appendages. With every ounce of his being, he waded through the mud, desperation pounding through his veins. The woman continued to stare at him. The closer he moved toward her, the more her face changed. Devon strained himself further, noticing her look of recognition. Her lips began to move, but the sound was faint. Devon, she whispered. Her eyes flashed with intensity. She did recognize him. Devon's heart grew weary at the realization of his greatest fear. Putting all his discouraging thoughts to the side, Devon's determination left him with one single frame of thought. He had to save her. He had to get her out of here. With a last surging effort, he lunged forward. His mother reached her hand out as well, its elegant form a stranger among the foul monstrosities that were trying to keep them apart. Their fingertips were just to the touch. Devon pushed as hard as he could, the ghoulish arms wrapping themselves around him once more. He could not lose her. Not again. Not like this. They touched, but only for the briefest of moments. Their hands separated as Devon fell back into the awaiting caress of discard. His mother cried, her efforts not enough to save her son from a fate worse than death. As Devon fell backward, everything slowed to a crawl, the last moments of his life stretching out to an eternity in his mind. Far beyond the overbearing arms, even beyond the pinnacle visage of his loving mother, a glint of metal flashed high in the sky. The object loomed, increasing its speed through his lapse of motion. A cold fear ran through Devon's soul, not for his apparent demise, but for the object that was barreling toward them, heading straight for his mother. The force of the arms was too much to overcome this time, as Devon watched in horror, his cries of fright falling from his lips. But they were too late. All he could do as the world darkened around him was stare at the large silver spear that was about to claim her. Blackness encased his mind, his thoughts echoing through the voided realm of dread. It's just a dream, he prayed, closing his eyes from the wicked world. It's just a dream. A single unexpected name drifted throughout his mind, pleading on his behalf to anything before he blacked out. Wanda.